Hello, my name is Elena Melendez, and I'm a medical technologist, and I am also an independent distributor of LifeVantage. Um, Let me just tell you a little bit about me. I've been working as a medical technologist since 1991, and I moved to the States in 2004 from Puerto Rico, and I've been working for the VA for a very long time. And as a medical technologist, I have long hours. I work 10-hour days, and it takes me an hour to get to work and an hour to come back home. So basically, I'm like 12 hours out of the day at work. And I'm a single mom. And I was just wondering one day, just in a prayer, I kind of said, there's got to be a better way than being 12 hours out of the day outside of my house. I also have a granddaughter, which I love to be with. And of course, working and being out of the home for 12 hours every day is really hard for me to have more time with her. And well, also my son, he's been alone a lot at home, and it's affected his school. And I was just wondering, there's got to be a better way of doing this, because I can't imagine myself just being 11 more years, 12 more years of a good working life, doing the same thing, the same routine, and just wasting my life, and not doing what I really love to do. And a friend of mine came to me and talked to me about LifeVantage, and when I heard what it was all about and I saw what it could offer, I'm like, this is my answered prayer. So I didn't think about it twice. I joined LifeVantage. I started with the project in March 2016, so it was recently. And I am so excited with this project. I can't tell you enough. It's been an answered prayer in so many ways. Not only financially in my health, it's done wonders for me, and also building me as a person. So I know LifeVantage is going to give me what I really am looking for, which is financial freedom, but also freedom of time so that I can be with those that I love the most. So let me talk to you a little bit about LifeVantage and why I'm so excited about this project. First of all, LifeVantage is going to address 3 questions. And these are 3 questions that we ask ourselves constantly. How do I live longer? How do I look and feel younger? And how can I prosper? Everyone is looking for this answer. Everybody wants to know. Everyone says, yes, please tell me how. So let's address the first question. How do I live longer? LifeVantage has the scientific innovation to delay the aging process. That's how you live longer. And we're going to see how LifeVantage does that. First of all, LifeVantage is going to focus on the cells. We are all made of cells. Our cells is it's what our organs are made of, and these organs create systems, and that's how we live our life every day, with these cells working together and interconnecting. When you look at the cell, you're going to see in the center this white round organelle, which is the nucleus. That nucleus has DNA. And it also has, if you look here, these yellowish orange organelles, which are mitochondria. Mitochondria is very important, and LifeVantage has put some attention on the mitochondria for various reasons. When we look up close at the mitochondria, you will see that the mitochondria has its own DNA. It'll be right here where all these zigzags are. It's right there protected by the mitochondria. That DNA has to be intact. And why is the mitochondria so important? The mitochondria right now, we have around 1,000 to 4,000 mitochondria in each one of our cells. Why do we have so many? It's because it creates 95% of our energy, the energy that we use every day to do our work, to get by during the day. It also produces ATP, which is the source of cellular energy. Now, imagine a car. The car runs with a motor, right? So basically, the mitochondria is the motor of each one of our cells. And without having these mitochondria in good working condition, our cells will not work efficiently as they should so that we can get through a day. It also supports heart health, muscular growth, and maintains a healthy brain function. LifeVantage launched in May of 2016 what we call the Protandim NRF1 Synergizer. NRF1 is a protein that is in our cells already. And what they did was have a blend of 5 herbs put together in a proprietary blend, which is patented. It is patented. And what that does is the following. It increases cellular energy. That means that increasing this ATP, which is the energy source that we need, will give us and provide us cellular repair. It will also improve our daily endurance because as being the energy source, it'll also give you the more energy, the energy that you need. So especially for athletes, this is so important. You know, athletes with the rigorous training that they have every day, they really need to have more energy and also have an endurance so that they can perform better. It also improves your sleep and promotes healing on a cellular level. You know that when we sleep, that's when our body heals. So if we sleep better, our body will heal better. It also boosts the mitochondria production, and it protects the ones that you have and the ability that they have to network with one another. And it delays the cellular aging by supporting chromosomic integrity. Why? Because it boosts your mitochondria and it protects the ones that you already have. So that DNA is protected. And it's also designed to work in tandem with our star product supplement, which is Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. So you ask, why do we need to protect the mitochondria? Why do we need so many mitochondria working? And it's basically because when you have the cell and you see these red little dots, these red little dots are what we call free radicals. Free radicals are produced because they're basically unstable oxygen molecules that we get from breathing, that we get from eating, and that we get from drinking water or any beverage that we have. Now, when we eat, drink, and breathe, you know, our body uses the nutrients that it needs, but it also produces toxins, and these toxins are free radicals in our body. Now, our body was made to protect itself from an increasing amount of free radicals. These free radicals, once it gets to a certain level, they're called oxidative stress. Now, our cells, each one has a protein called NRF2, which serves as a shield or a regulator inside the cell, so that when our oxidative stress goes up, increasing the free radicals in there, the NRF2 will automatically activate, and it will go inside the nucleus, and it will tell your DNA, produce antioxidants. Antioxidants are made to neutralize free radicals and to lower our oxidative stress in the cell, protecting its integrity, protecting it from damage that oxidative stress can cause. So what happens is that when we get to the age of 18 to 20 years old, our NRF2 shuts off. Now, why is that? When it shuts off, our oxidative stress goes up so high that damage starts to happen inside the cells, killing off a lot of mitochondria, and also it also begins the aging process. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen 45-year-old people that look like 60. Well, yeah, it has happened. Usually it can happen a lot with smokers, that they can look older than what they really are. And it's because their oxidative stress has gone up so high that the aging process is accelerated. With the NRF2 shutting off and starting the aging process and oxidative stress going up so high, disease is associated to all this oxidative stress accumulated in our body. A lot of them that we already know, like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, fibromyalgia has been like the cup of tea of everybody nowadays. I mean, everybody's suffering from that. Asthma, thyroid problems, migraines. I'm sure you know someone close to you or someone that works with you that has one of these conditions. And a lot of them are associated with oxidative stress. Now, in the picture comes now Dr. Joe McCord. Dr. Joe McCord is a scientist. He was the chief scientist behind the science of LifeVantage. And what he did, he spent 40 years trying to discover how to reactivate the NRF2 pathway. Now, he was the one who discovered the free radical biology, and he won the Elliott Crescent Award in 1997 because in his discovery, he also discovered that we produce an enzyme called superoxide dismutase. Superoxide dismutase is a super potent antioxidant. That what it does is that it neutralizes one molecule of superoxide dismutase, neutralizes 1 million free radicals per second, every second. That's how powerful it is. And we produce this enzyme when we're children. But once the NRF2 shuts off, we stop producing it. Well, we also produce two other enzymes that are antioxidants. And one of them, the second one is catalase, and the third one is glutathione. Which is very important, especially for children with autism. They found that children with autism, the glutathione is really low. And also the SOD, which is the superoxide dismutase, is also very low. So what he did was, Dr. McCord, he spent 40 years trying to figure out how to turn on the NRF2 pathway. And basically what he did was take 5 herbs that have existed for centuries, and he put them together in a proprietary blend, and he patented it, and it's called Protandim. Protandim is the star product that we have that really lowers your oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. The maximum benefits that you can get for Protandim, you can really see them in 90 days. And we're going to see some slides about that. But really what this does, it doesn't cure disease. It's not meant to cure disease or anything. But what it does is that it lowers the oxidative stress so much that it diminishes the manifestation of diseases that we already have in our bodies. For example, if we have one of them that we can have is psoriasis, for example, or dermatitis, rosacea, all these conditions that are from the skin. Protandim really helps lower the oxidative stress so that the manifestation of these diseases are diminished. In 2005, there was an investigative report done by John Quinones on ABC, and he submitted himself to an experiment where he used Protandim for 2 weeks. Now, before he started this experiment, they did a test called T-bars, and the T-bars measures your actual biological age by measuring a component in your blood called T-bars. He did the experiment for 2 weeks, taking Protandim 1 pill a day for 2 weeks, and at the end of 2 weeks, his oxidative stress went down 45%. Now, this raised a lot of awareness to people. And these universities also took notice. These universities, all of them wanted to see if it was true that Protandim did lower your oxidative stress, if it did do what it says it does. And each one did their own independent study, and all their studies, all the research that they did with Protandim is published in the National Library of Medicine of the United States. You can find any kind of article that's related to Protandim, just entering the keyword Protandim in pubmed.gov, and you can see all the research that's been published and it's been done, and you'll see that everything that Protandim says does, it actually does do it. They also have a research that you might want to look at from the American Heart Association, where they saw how the plaques of cholesterol in the veins was washed out with Protandim. And usually people who suffer from high blood pressure, like me, I have this problem that I was submitted to all the tests. There was no underlying disease that caused my high blood pressure, but I still had high blood pressure. And basically it's because, your veins are constricted in the pathway of blood, and that's caused by plaque that's formed on your veins, and it diminishes the passage of blood through your veins, and it makes your heart work harder to pump the blood where it needs to go. And that kind of raises your blood pressure. So basically, the American Heart Association discovered that with Protandim, those plaques are washed away, and it helps lower your blood pressure, which is actually what Protandim has done for me. Also, you're going to see these seals like NSF, GMP, and BSCG. The NSF and the BSCG are basically for athletes, so that when they're tested before doing any kind of athletic competition, they come back negative. There is nothing in this supplement that can disqualify any athlete from any game. Everything is completely natural. And also the GMP, even though we don't need FDA approval because we're a natural supplement and not a medication, but we do follow the FDA manufacturing regulations so that we're sure that the supplement has nothing that's toxic for anybody, for any mammals at all. Now, one of the studies that they conducted was that they took a group of people from the ages of 20 to 80, and when they submitted them to 4 months of using Protandim, 4 months, all of them came back with an oxidative stress of a person of less than 20 years old. So you couldn't distinguish the 80-year-old from the 20-year-old in their oxidative stress. So that means that anyone at any age can start regressing the oxidative stress and delaying the aging process. The Washington State University says that activating the NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. And why is that? It's because we're creating a new category called Nutrigenomics. Now, Nutrigenomics is nothing more than what you eat, how it affects your gene expression. So right now, there's nothing on the market with the potency that Protandim has to actually go into your DNA and tell your DNA produce antioxidants to lower your oxidative stress. This is an amazing breakthrough in medicine, and they're at the forefront of it. So how do we live long? That's the question, right? Basically, what we need to do is use Protandim NRF1 and NRF2 synergizers as a therapy. Why? Because what we're going to see is that we're going to combine these two supplements so that the body can make more mitochondria, giving you more energy and lowering your oxidative stress so that you can produce your own antioxidants and not have to take them. Because in order for you to really neutralize the oxidative stress that we have due to the environment that we're exposed to, with all the contaminants that we have and that we consume, there's nothing that we can take over the counter that's as powerful than the antioxidants that our own body produces. Now, LifeVantage didn't stay only with that. They said, well, you know, the skin is the largest organ of our body that has cells. And it's one of the organs that is exposed, not like our other organs that are not, like our heart and our liver, they're inside our body. But our skin is exposed constantly to the contamination in the air, ozone, the ozone ultraviolet lights, everything. It's exposed to everything that causes so much harm. And so they decided to take the NRF2 technology and make it into a cream. Now, if we make it into a cream, like we said, right, we're going to produce antioxidants from the cells of our skin, which is going to delay the aging process. So when we look at this lady, that she started the regimen, they not only made the anti-aging cream, but they also made the regimen so that you can have perfectly balanced skin. And I use the whole regimen, and I can attest to it, saying that it's an excellent, excellent regimen. I haven't used anything like it before. It's amazing. So this lady, she used it day 1, the whole regimen, and in day 56, you can see a dramatic difference in the deepness of the lines, how they've become more superficial, and she actually looks younger in the eye area. You can also see it in the mouth area. At 56 days, you can see how much that line has diminished and how much more superficial it is. So it is actually, I can tell you that this works. It's not just covering up the symptoms of aging, but it's actually working in harmony with your body to reduce and delay aging. Now look at the therapeutic effects. We said that, right, that a lot of the oxidative stress that we're exposed to causes disease, or it manifests the disease. So this person, her name is Shaynel Santa. She's from Caguas, Puerto Rico. She has psoriasis. She's an accountant, and she works an accountant in the financial department of the government of Puerto Rico. And of course, she had a lot of self-image issues because of her psoriasis. She couldn't wear her hair up or anything. She had it in her arms, and she had it also on her legs. She started taking Protandim orally, and then she started using the regimen on the skin area that was affected. And in 18 days, you can see in the lower picture how much she improved the skin. It's just amazing how the scaling has reduced significantly. And in 30 days, she had no traces of the psoriasis at all. And she hasn't had a breakout in 2 years. Now, she was a customer, and she became an independent distributor. She was completely convinced of the science behind it and how it worked for her, and she wants to be the person to bring that to others. Also, they brought out to the market, because the beauty industry is one of the highest trending markets right now. They also decided to address people who have bags under the eyes. Now, this is called, for me, the 3-minute fix. You put the cream on the affected area, which is where the bags are located, and she waits 3 minutes, and it causes a tensor effect. And it lasts for 6 to 8 hours. It's completely amazing. Also, people started using Protandim on the pets, so they created the Canine Health, which it has the same formula as the Protandim, but they added specifically things that are good for pets, like for dogs, which are the omega-3s and other fatty amino acids that is good for them. And they also added like a bacon flavor to it, because that way, the pets, they take it willingly. But you can see videos on YouTube of pets who were on Protandim that weren't walking, and they started walking again. They started being more active, because our pets suffer the same conditions that we do. They're exposed to the same contaminants, and their food is actually worse than ours. And they have the same diseases that we have associated with oxidative stress as well. Also, because we want to work the energy, the athletes, a lot of people take Red Bull, which is really bad for your health. Red Bull is something that people spend a lot of money on. Some of the products that they take in the market or out there are bad for you, and they're banned in other countries. Axel right now basically is a completely natural energy drink that you mix with your water. It has the NRF2 technology, and it's made basically to help you with the mental fog, which we can suffer a lot because we're tedious. We're constantly on computers, we're constantly on our phones, we're constantly exposed to technology, and we get a lot of mental, tiredness, and this helps us keep us focused. Also, they created Physique, which is a smart it's a smart weight loss system that I call. What it does is that it's made to work specifically to complement a person who's already on a diet and also doing an exercise routine. What this will cause is that it will help you lose weight much more faster. It is not a magic pill. It's not meant to substitute meals as well, but to complement a diet, a well-balanced diet that you're already on. So that's it with the science of our products. They're very specific. They're working constantly on how to increase our longevity. It already answered both our questions, our first 2 questions: how do I live longer, and now how do I look younger? How do I feel younger with the energy drink? And now how do we prosper? So with the business opportunity, let me talk to you a little bit about the company. LifeVantage is a publicly traded company. They have shares in the Nasdaq. You can go see the shares and how they're doing. Because of this, they have to always be very open in public and tell their investors what they're doing. And this gives you a little bit of peace of mind knowing that it's not a company that's going to do something unethical, but that it has to be publicly informing our investors on how they are doing. They also began their branding by officially sponsoring the big league soccer team, Real Salt Lake, because they're in Salt Lake, Utah. And basically all their shirts will have the name LifeVantage. And they did this for 10 years. So everyone is going to know about LifeVantage. Now when the FIFA starts, it's going to be a LifeVantage everywhere publicized. So they're starting with their branding. Even our video games, our children are already exposed to the name of LifeVantage. It's something because they're already started to go international, and so they want LifeVantage to be on everybody's vision. Also, all their formulas have a patent that protects the formulas until 2035, which gives us 19 years to work with our business. Now, there's a couple of ways of coming into the business. One of them is being a preferred customer. Now, when you're a preferred customer, you don't participate of any commissions, but we do have an incentive plan for our preferred customers, where if you enter customers as customers as well, which you can do. As a customer, you can enter other customers to use the product. You can get up to $120 per month in free products. The second way of coming into the business is by being a business builder. And that's what I did. I became a business builder. And as a business builder, every time you enter a customer, a preferred customer, and a preferred customer is none other than a person that enjoys the same prices that distributors have for the products. And they get their own website and having the discount. Now, as a business builder, when you enter your preferred customer, you get 30% of all the products that a preferred customer buys in the first month. When you enter a distributor, then you can get up to 50% of the products that they purchase in the first month. Now, these are the packs of how you can come into the business. There are 3 packs. The first pack is made for people who don't have a lot of money to start their own business, but they really want to start. It's a good pack to start with, but you will not maximize on the commissions with this pack. You will get some commissions, but you won't get the maximum amount of commissions. Now, with the Freedom Pack, you will pay $300. And with these $300, you will get $50 in marketing products and $250 in products. And because you're a business builder, if you enter a person into this Freedom Pack, then you, as a distributor, a business builder, you will get commissions on the products that they purchased, and you will get 50%, which is $125. Okay? But you will also get the 30% on any rebuys that they do during that first month. Now, Vantage Pack is one of the ones that you can maximize your commissions on. You will get the maximum amount of commissions as entering in Vantage Pack. And when you enter another person into a Vantage Pack, they will pay $600 and they will get $100 now in marketing products, but they'll also get $500 in products, in the supplements and every product that they have. And you will get $250, which is 50% of the products that they bought. Now, when you enter in the Platinum pack, which is the pack that I went into because I wanted to be a product of the product, I wanted to be able to taste all the products and give people the feedback that I experienced with them, you will pay $1,200. And in this $1,200, you will get $100 in marketing products, and you will get also $100 worth of a ticket for their Elite Academy, which is the biggest academy that they have, event that they have for training. It is an amazing event. I just came back from one, and really, it really marked me. So I am excited to go again. They have them quarterly, so I am really excited to go again. And they'll also get $1,000 in products. So as a business builder, because you entered someone in the Platinum pack, you will get a bonus of $500. Now, every business has operational expenses. Now, when you have a traditional business, in reality, you have to pay way more than what I'm going to show you now. Right now, in order for you to get the maximum amount of commissions, you have to have 200 volume points, which is basically $200 in products. Now, there's two ways of getting these $200. The first way is by purchasing the products yourself for your use, or you can resell them. So those $200 you just pay out of pocket every month. Or because you're new in the business and you haven't really created your organization yet, the company requires you to purchase $40 in one bottle of Protandim, NRF2, and if you get 4 more customers to purchase at least $40, you have completed your 200 volume points for that month. So basically what the company is giving you is the opportunity to always get your monthly bonuses. This is very important because in a lot of companies you come in, but you have to consume $200 a month out of pocket. This company doesn't do that. They are flexible in this way that they allow your customers to complete that $200 for you. The only thing that they require you to do is to buy at least 1 bottle of Protandim NRF2. So this is the beauty of having a network marketing business, and it's the residual income. Why? Because you do the job once and you continue to get paid on that work that you did once. Now let me tell you, as a distributor, if you enter 5 more distributors under you in your first level, each one of these distributors, and I'm not including here the customers, because customers, you can also include it here. But let's just talk about the distributors. Let's just be conservative. Now, distributors are the ones who have to complete the $200 every month, if in the 2 ways that I just showed you. And the company will pay you 2% on that $200 that each of these distributors has to have every month. And that means that you get $20. But now you tell your 5 distributors, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to get 5 more distributors. So they go out and get 5 more distributors, and now there's 25 people in your organization. Now the company at this point will pay you 5% on the $200 that they have to consume every month, making it $250 on your second level payable, and then payable on your first level $20. So it's accumulative. Now let's go to your third level. Now you tell these 25, I want you to get me 5 distributors each. And now there's 125 people on your third level. And the company will now pay you 9% on the $200 that they have to consume every month. And that's $2,250. $2,250. That plus the $250 plus the $20. So now you're getting $2,700 approximately. That would really make a difference in my life right now. If I would get that on top of my full-time job right now, that would make an amazing difference. That will make up more than my ex-husband's salary. It really would. So now you tell your 125 people, because this is continuous. It'll get to a point where there's people in your organization that you will not know, but you will get paid on that. Look how much money you can make on your 6th level, $156,250. That is certainly something to ponder on. And it would make a huge difference in my life. And that is continuous. It's infinite. It won't stop. Now, because you entered 5 people now you have to mentor them. You have to let them know how to duplicate what you're doing. So because you're mentoring them, they give you a generational matching bonus, which is 10% on the residual income that they make. So let's say the first distributor here made $2,000 in residual income, right? You will get 10% of that, which is $200. And that's, imagine if each one of those distributors would make that amount of money every month in residual income, you would get 10% of that. But not only that, because you're mentoring them, and also you might have to mentor the people they enter, you will get 5% on each level, 4 levels down, for each distributor. Now, when you add that up, that comes out to a huge payout every month on top of everything else that you're getting. Now, this is what got me, the elite pool. It's 4% of total global sales. This is the only incentive commission that you'll get that's tied to the rank that you're in. Now, when you go in LifeVantage, you go in as an independent distributor, but as you start growing your organization, you start growing in ranks from Pro 1 all the way up to Pro 10. This one, when you reach Pro 7, which is the elite positions, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are the elite positions. Once you hit Pro 7, you start earning 1% of global sales. Now, we're in the United States of America, so that means that when we're sleeping in Japan, they are working. And these Pro 7s, Pro 8s, Pro 9s, and Pro 10s are making money. When you hit Pro 8, you start earning 2%. And when you hit Pro 9, you start making 3%. And when you hit Pro 10, you start making 4%. Now, right now, they just added the Netherlands and they added the UK. Mexico is in pre-launch with the creams, with the regiment, with the True Science regiment. And soon they will be able to distribute the Protandim. And we have other markets that are starting to open up. Now, because LifeVantage is a publicly traded company, they have to open up their books and show their investors what they're paying the distributors. Now, these are the monthly commissions only. Now, Pro 4s are making an average of $1,030. And Pro 6 are making $5,238, and this is an average, but they can maximize their commissions all the way up to $2,400 a month. 24,000, I'm sorry, 24,000 a month. Now, when you reach the Pro 7, which are the elite positions, they start making $10,646. This is average. This does not include the bonuses that you get for entering preferred customers or for entering distributors. This is just on the monthly average commission. But when you reach Pro 10, look at the average. It's $82,000 a month. And that is publicly put on the LifeVantage website. You can actually see this. This is the 2014 commissions paid. Now, when you reach Pro 7, the company is really generous, and they like to incentivize their distributors. And when you reach Pro 7, that you've reached the elite positions, they actually give you a Jeep Wrangler among other prizes that they have that you can choose from. The Jeep is the one that represents them mostly because it's a Jeep that goes uphill against all the rocks as you see there. It can go over anything and just reach the top. So basically, it's more of a symbol of the work that the distributor has done. But you can also choose, among other prizes, one that you like more. Instead of the Jeep, you can choose a car, you can choose jet skis, there's a cruise, I think, a shopping spree, $25,000 check. You can choose whichever one you want. Now, our leader, Rosa Maldonado, was the first woman in the Hispanic market who won the Jeep. And she won it because she became a Pro 7 in 1 year. She did an excellent job, and she got the Jeep with the title in her name. Her husband that's standing right next to her, he's a Pro 6, and we're really happy to have them as our leaders because they've been excellent, showing us how to do this. A lot of people who started in this business have never done network marketing before, and they have 18 years worth of experience to share with us. And we are only getting started, you know. How can you become part of the growth? Basically, right now, where the yellow star is, that's where we are. Last year, LifeVantage reported $214 million from $3 million that they started with in 2003. But right now, they're in $214 million. And we're the pioneers. We're the ones that are working a market that's already there. Everyone knows what antioxidants are, but we created a new category in the antioxidant market, which is nutrigenomics. How what we eat is affecting our gene expression, and there's nothing out there like this that lowers our oxidative stress the way it does, that lowers the manifestation of disease. Right now, the market is open for us. We're the pioneers. But once it hits that critical mass, the momentum will start. And everyone is going to want to have Protandim. Everyone is going to want the True Science regimen. Everyone is going to want the Axio and the smart weight, the physique smart weight loss system. So this is the time to really take advantage of this. I don't think that you'll ever have another opportunity to come into a network marketing business as young as this, and as right now, they're like unique in the market. They have uniqueness. They have an excellent product. It's backed up by science, by excellent scientists, by university research. There's nothing out there like this. It's now that you should take advantage of this opportunity that's opened up to you. Because you don't want to come in when it's already reached the stabilization, because then everybody knows about it. So how will you build your business? Right now we have 19 years to build our business. Until those patents expire, we have the market to ourselves. And you owe it to you and to your family to think about investing the rest of your time and your money and your energy in doing something that you could inherit to your children, that you can inherit to your grandchildren. It's actually an excellent opportunity that it might not come along again. So the big question is, what did you like most? Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a consumer only? Or do you see yourself building your organization, your own business? If that's the case, in either one, welcome to LifeVantage. Please contact the person who invited you to see this video.